guys? Welcome to episode 6
Yes.
of Something to Talk About.
We're so excited you guys are tuning in and you've stuck around for 6
Yes!
episodes.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that is the most exciting.
It
6
is.
whole episodes. We so appreciate y'all and have been reading your comments.
Yes,
It's been fun.
for sure. It has.
So, this is Jory.
And this is Abby.
And we're so glad you're tuning in to our weekly good news show every Thursday at 3.
Yes.
Where we just share great stories coming out of the South.
And we have a great lineup for you today.
We do. Lots of fun stuff. So, Jory, do you want to kick us off? What's going on?
I'll kick us off because this is probably my favorite story this week. I am a little biased because I wrote it. But it's
Just
about,
a little biased.
Yeah, it's about pocking. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but Easter is right around the corner, and we know that Southerners have lots of weird and quirky traditions. And in my family, I'm from South Louisiana, so we're very Cajun, and this Cajun tradition is where you basically have like a big Easter egg tournament. So after your Easter egg hunts, everyone picks up their favorite eggs that they've dyed and decorated, and you pock, which basically means one person is holding their egg, and the other,
if I'm holding an egg,
and the other person's holding theirs. And then you just slowly tap the eggs together. This person stays still, but I would be slowly tapping my egg, and whichever egg to break first is the loser. And then so if I win and Abby's egg breaks, I take her egg and get to take it home with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, are these eggs like hard boiled, or is there stuff inside them? Like,
they're hard boiled eggs. Yeah, they're hard boiled eggs, and they're same thing you would do if you were dyeing an Easter egg. You boil them first. Yeah. So it's your already dyed Easter eggs.
That's a very fun tradition.
It
now,
is.
Jory has actually told me a story about this.
Yeah.
You have a story about a little cheater in your family,
I do.
right?
We have a little cheater. He's my dad. His name's Ben. He's very competitive, just like the rest of us. And one year, he actually tricked us all into thinking he had a normal egg, but it was actually a wooden egg. I thought it was concrete. My mom corrected me when the article went live. I have to go back and fix it. It was actually a wooden egg, and he won the whole tournament because he was a faker. And we found out later, and he was obviously disqualified. But it was after he smashed all of our eggs, so that year was kind of ruined. But it's fine. So yeah, we look forward to it all year, and we just love stealing everybody's eggs, and we always try to pick out the strongest ones. I think like the shorter ones are always like the stronger ones. But you know, I have a strategy, but
that's a very fun tradition.
It is really fun.
Do that every year.
Yeah, and so if you haven't ever done it, I would definitely say, what else are you going to do after you have all these pretty dyed Easter eggs, but destroy them?
So you said it's called pocking.
Pocking, yeah.
So how do you spell that?
Well, I spelled it well, not the normal way, but the,
phonetic way.
Yes. P-O-C-K-I-N-G, which is totally acceptable, but there's like a Cajun French way to spell it too.
Okay.
Which I don't know exactly. It's got a Q in there though.
As all good French words do.
Yeah. So anyway, you can check it out. Definitely try it. Bring it into your family this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that brings us into our question for the week for
Yes.
y'all. Easter obviously is a huge celebration in the South. Not to mention all of the amazing food that you get and your families together. I just love it. So we wanted to ask y'all, what is your favorite Easter tradition at your house? Tell us a little bit about it. If it's a recipe or a tradition, like Jory's family does the pocking of the Easter eggs. My family actually makes korinja, which is, my family background is Armenian. And so my mom bakes this Armenian sweetbread, and it's done in braids and has little black seeds in it, and it's phenomenal, but it is by far my favorite tradition.
That sounds amazing.
It's not Easter without corn.
A lot of people have different things. I know a lot of my family friends play like cabbage ball, or they have the...
Wait, I'm sorry. What is cabbage ball?
Cabbage ball, Abigail. It's like baseball, but with a really large ball.
Okay, I honestly thought you were about to say cabbage.
No,
okay.
But it's like the size of a cabbage, so, and it's just baseball, or some people do the sack races. You know what that is, right?
I do.
That's so fun.
With cabbage ball, do you hit it with a bat?
You do, yes, you hit it with a bat. It's a little squishier than like a baseball, but it can still hurt if it hits you, so watch out, everyone.
Also, let us know if you have played cabbage ball, because I think maybe I'm just out of the loop. I could very well be out of the loop.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Anyway.
So, our next story for y'all is about 4 foods you can actually eat past their expiration dates, just because I thought this was so interesting.
Every college student's dream.
Exactly. This is stuff you just need to know.
Yeah.
So, first, a few things to mention before we get into these 4 foods. John Ruff, he is the president of the Institute of Food Technologists in Chicago. He is the one who's the brains behind this info. and was telling NPR that companies set these best buy limits to actually protect the reputation of their products. And sometimes, that best buy date might not mean that is when your milk is going to go bad.
Right.
And so that's good to know. So you might see a best if used by date, which means when the product is going to be the best flavor. You might see a sell by date, which is actually for the grocery store, so they know how long the inventory's been in their store. Or a use by date, which is the last possible date recommended at the product's peak quality. So still not necessarily bad, but at this peak quality they speak of, that is a use by date. So these 4 foods, and I feel like some of them might surprise you.
Yeah, one of them shocked me for sure.
Was yours the dairy? Were
It
you
is.
shocked by dairy?
Yes. Like, I thought dairy was the one. I thought, off the top of my head, I'm like, oh, well, it's definitely not dairy because that'll make you really sick.
Mhm.
But I was wrong.
It turns out that yogurt, milk, and cheese are generally safe until you actually see signs of spoilage,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
It does.
But milk can actually last 5 days past the sell-by date.
That's awesome.
So extend the life of your milk a little bit, or at least taste test it before you dump a whole gallon in the
Or
trash.
I'm a big fan of the sniff test. Just smell a little. You'll be able
Or
to
the
tell.
sniff test.
You'll be able to tell if your milk's going bad.
The second food on the list is canned foods. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory, although canned foods last, their date is usually a pretty long
It
time.
is, like a couple years.
Exactly. So the general rule for that is if there's any signs that the can has been tampered with or it's lost its integrity, i.e. if there's dents or rust, just keep an eye out for that. Maybe don't eat a bulging can of green beans.
Right.
But the other 2 on the list, grains, they're usually safe to eat even if the product tastes stale, but you're eating stale spaghetti, so how's that going? And then same with frozen foods. They'll still be fine, but freezer burn definitely does a number of things. As you can see, we're enjoying this Alabama outdoors
It does
today.
feel nice, a little windy. I think you have a sheet.
But anyway, the last one was frozen foods.
Yeah.
So you can still eat those frozen green beans, but
Yeah, watch
might
out
not
for your
taste as
freezer
good.
burn. I will say I tried to make myself some French fries the other night, and it was the frozen Arby's fries, and well, they should have been yum, but they had a bad case of the freezer burn, so I was disappointed. I mean, I ate them all anyway, but it's okay. They weren't as good as they usually are.
Well, just something to keep in
womp.
mind.
Yeah.
All right, Jory, what's next?
Oh my gosh, our third story is gonna make you smile. It is about.
I love this
Yes,
one.
it is about a dog with a crazy human-looking face, and it is. It's not a lie.
I just need to show y'all this.
Yeah.
Look at this dog.
Maybe a little.
He is just too cute, but he also looks like a person. So tell us about this dog, Jory.
Yeah. So he is a Shih Tzu poodle mix, and his name is Yogi.
I love
So
that.
cute.
Yogi
And,
the Shih Tzu poodle.
Yes, Chantel is his owner. She's 27, and she says she didn't really realize how human this dog looked until she posted a picture on Facebook, and her family started commenting that it was creepy that it was like a human stuck inside this dog's body. So, yes, she says that some people say he looks like Nicolas Cage, and while other people are saying he resembles good old Dr. Phil.
Yeah,
So-
which I think, and she mentions in the article too, his kind and piercing eyes, which this dog is so sweet. Y'all are gonna have to read this artitle after our
Yeah,
show.
definitely check it out. I think it's definitely in the eyes, but also he kind of has human lips too, like something the gloss or something.
He's just an above average looking dog.
He does. He looks like he knows what you're thinking, everyone.
And apparently the dog also has an 8-year-old sister named
Yes.
Darla, who has been getting a little bit jealous of the attention that Yogi has been getting.
Darla's just a normal dog. It's okay, Darla. We
But
can't all have human
We
faces.
can't all look like Yogi. That's amazing.
I love that story.
So next up for us, this is such a great one.
Mhm.
A 10-year-old boy who has a rare genetic condition became a Fort Worth police officer for the day.
So cool.
So cool. So Dakin Lovelace has always wanted to be an officer. He's 10 years old. He's been an officer several times for Halloween, but Dakin has a genetic disorder that confines him to a wheelchair. So this is not necessarily a dream that he has felt like he might be able to attain.
Right.
But his mom was actually at a hospital in the Fort Worth area, and she met a police officer there, and he actually promised Dakin that once he got out, he would invite him to be a junior officer for their department.
I love that.
I think it's amazing. So They did a swearing-in ceremony for Dakin. They gave him a tour of the headquarters. They even put him out onto their practice track so that he could pull his mom over for speeding, which I think is amazing.
So cool. Yeah.
Just another great example of, I mean, Fort Worth, Texas, we love what you're doing in general, but what a
kudos to you. That's
fun,
awesome.
kind example of the things you can do to help other people.
Yeah, and this is probably a day this little boy is going to remember for the
Oh my
rest of his
goodness,
life.
I can only imagine. He actually had an official proclamation from the city of Fort Worth and a certificate from the congressman.
Yeah, so it's the real deal.
The real deal.
Don't speed around Dakin, folks.
Dakin will pull you over.
Oh,
I love that story. All right, what's next, Jory?
Next up, we have Walmart is actually expanding its delivery to 100 cities, which is wild. Walmart
They are
strikes again,
taking over.
folks. So for anyone who doesn't feel like getting in their car and going down the road and packing all those groceries up, or who just find themselves in a grocery store a lot, a couple times a week, this could be for you. It's only it's less than $10 a delivery, and you have to spend over $30 on your order as a whole. But besides that,
oh yeah, I think if you're a busy mom and you're, like Jory mentioned, going to the grocery store a lot, this sounds like a great way to not have to lug your kids to the Walmart.
Like a dream.
Yeah.
So it's saying after this kind of takes in, which it will by the end of the year, that this will be in 40% of the U.S. households, which is like
a ton.
Huge number, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever done this or like maybe wants to try it. Comment below and kind of tell us what your experience was like. If it really helped you out, if the money was worth it, you know. So.
Well, I also think it's so interesting. They included this fact in the story: 90% of Americans live within 10 miles of a Walmart store. Which you can only imagine then how many Walmarts we have, but this is going to make it easy.
Yeah.
It will be 0 miles because you're going to be on your couch.
You never have to leave your couch. Just Netflix, someone knocks on the door.
Netflix and a glass of tea,
They'll
right?
probably come in and put it in your fridge for you. Just kidding. I don't know if they'll do that, but anyway.
Don't let them do that. All right, this last story is honestly my favorite because
it's the most shocking one of all, I'll say.
Well, yes. Okay, so Jelly Belly every year does, they get some information as to what is the best, what Americans have voted the best Jelly Belly. So CandyStore.com does this poll, and it reaches 12,000 people, and states can vote as to what their favorite Jelly Belly flavor is. Now, this year's flavor winner is my personal favorite, buttered popcorn. And Jory thinks this is strange because do you like buttered popcorn Jelly Bellies?
I mean, I don't mind it, right? Like it's not like I'm gonna spit it out if I get one, but it's not my favorite.
I honestly like pick through the Jelly Bellies to find the little white and yellow speckled Jelly Bellies.
Are you the person that goes through the trail mix to find like an M&M?
I'm not that person. Let's put it that way, Jory.
It's just shocking to me. I would think, I don't know, like a fruity flavor would have won, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me, I love strawberry, like any of the fruit stuff, but...
Well, you know, that kind of fits because Louisiana as a state picks strawberry as their favorite flavor. So way to, like, stay true to your state.
Thank you.
I think the most shocking part of the story is, regardless of how you feel about buttered popcorn Jelly Bellies, which they're amazing, and if you haven't tried them, you should go get some, that last year's flavor winner was black licorice. Who is voting on
What
these?
is wrong with you folks?
Y'all, I've been trying to spend my whole life trying to weed out the black licorice Jelly Bellies out of my Easter candy haul.
Yeah. I don't really get why they're in there. They're kind of like that weird uncle of the family reunion, like no one really wants to hear.
So, out of the southern states, these are the states and what they pick. So, Georgia, Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas all picked buttered popcorn. Alabama and Florida, watermelon, naturally, delicious, so fresh. Oklahoma and Mississippi picked green apple.
I love that one too.
Which is a good flavor.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one to mix. Like, you can have, like,
ooh,
you know the little
mix match.
Exactly. You can have, like, the caramel one and the green apple, and then you have a candy apple.
There you go. Wow, that's what you think.
I know. I'm innovative. North Carolina, Tennessee, and Kentucky all picked black licorice.
Oh.
And as someone who's from Tennessee, I apologize for the state on that one because I'm so sorry. Well, you know, it must be an age thing too because both of my parents love black licorice.
Maybe it is a generational thing.
Man. South Carolina picked cherry. Delaware voted for cinnamon. Maryland was orange. West Virginia was blueberry. And
Louisiana was strawberry.
Naturally.
Like a Louisiana strawberry.
They also released some fun facts just about Jelly Bellies in general.
One of these shook me to my very core.
which were so fun because I think Jelly Bellies, you know, especially around Easter time, people are getting Easter eggs with Jelly Bellies in them. It takes 7 to 21 days, which is a very long span of time for one Jelly Belly to be made. One Jelly Belly. And apparently enough Jelly Bellies were eaten in the last year to circle the earth more than 5 times. That's, when you think about the size of a Jelly Belly, maybe a centimeter, half an inch, it's a very small
Circle the earth 5 times. Do you think that's the same 5 people eating that?
It's all the black licorice Jelly Bellies that they're circling the earth with.
That is crazy to me.
That must be it.
Have you guys ever played the game Bean Boozled?
I have not, because I'm honestly a little bit afraid of it.
It's so much fun. It's where there's yummy Jelly Bellies and like terrible flavors like booger and fish food.
Isn't there grass,
vomit, toothpaste, all mixed together, and these flavors look alike. They're like twins. So you pick one, you spin a little wheel, and you pick the one you think is the good one. But alas, sometimes you eat the bad one, and
just
you have to eat it.
encouraging trust.
And it is hilarious.
I actually am thinking the buttered popcorn Jelly Belly, so it's the white one with the yellow specks.
Yeah.
The rotten egg,
it is.
Bean Boozled, is the same one, and I don't think I could get over that.
Yeah, it kind of ruins both flavors for you, because that's what you're hoping for. And
if you've tried Bean Boozled, though, let us know.
Comment below. Tell us your funny story.
Exactly, and like what flavor you got. Maybe you got the good one, in which case we applaud you. Or maybe you've had your life altered with the rotten egg Jelly Belly.
I actually recently just played this like a month ago, and my dad, like I said, is so competitive. He won't let on that he's gotten the bad one.
Oh my goodness.
Very good.
Green apple. And really, he's like chewing on
So he wins every time. You find out he's gotten like all the bad ones, and he's just lying to you. But anyway,
or is he just
the moral of the story
brave?
is don't trust Ben.
Man,
he's a little cheater. Anyway.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us this week on Something to Talk About.
Yeah, seriously, we're looking forward to it all week, and we love chatting with you guys and just bringing you good stories. So.
We do. So don't forget, leave your comment below as to your favorite Easter tradition, what you're looking forward to in your family. We would love to hear it, and we'll try to comment back with everyone. But we appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe so this will pop up whenever we go live next time.
Yeah, we would love to have you back again.
Thanks so much.
See you next Thursday.
Bye, guys.